It's time for our basic first mark sheet of the match as we mark players from the Sunrisers Hyderabad and the Delhi Capitals. Let's welcome Sanjay Manjrekar.
Basic First, specialized platform for JEE Main Advanced, NEET and 6 to 12.
Right, Sanjay, let's see if you're going to be a generous marker or you're going to be a strict marker for these players from both teams. Let's start with the winning team, Sunrisers Hyderabad, with their first win of the season. We're going to start with Kane Williamson on his first appearance in this tournament this season. How would you mark Williamson out of 10?
Mark sheet still gives me a little bit of palpitation, because it takes me back to school days and college days when mark sheet, oh God, that was the worst time, I think. People talk about youth and all that, but school exams and college exams. Okay, let me come to the point. Kane Williamson, hard to take any mark.
You have to give the mark here.
Yeah, it's 10 out of 10. It's 10 out of 10 purely because first match of the season, everybody else was going at a strike rate of 115, 120. This guy comes and bats at a strike rate of 115, a format which is supposed to be not suited to. So this was slightly outside his comfort zone. I just find these New Zealand players remarkable in the way they sort of play for their team. So Kane Williamson, not thinking about, first match, I've got to get some runs, be in form for the rest of the tournament, just came in and played for the needs of the team. Brilliant. 10 out of 10.
Brilliant. Let's go to who started with the ball, and the official man of the match was Rashid Khan, 3 for 14 of his 4 overs, the wickets of Shreyas Iyer, Shikhar Dhawan and Rishabh Pant. How would you mark Rashid out of 10 today?
People will kill me or hate me if I didn't give him 10 out of 10 because you just mentioned the wickets that he picked. Shreyas Iyer was an important one because he's so good against the spinners and, got him outside the off-stump, flighted delivery. Shikhar Dhawan tied him down, forced him to play a sweep shot. And then towards the end, Rishabh Pant was the key wicket and bowled a beautiful, sort of loopy kind of wrist ball that Rishabh Pant pulled out in the deep. So economical, wicket taking and under pressure. 10 out of 10. And this is something we've grown to expect from Rashid Khan, which makes me wonder as to how we take his, match-winning performances, which come so regularly, for granted.
Brilliant. Let's go to the top scorer of today's game, Johnny Bairstow, 48 balls, 53 runs. How would you mark Bairstow out of 10 today, Sanjay?
See, now, in the end, the score that was put up was enough for them to win the game. So you've got to admire Bairstow's innings because had Delhi Capitals strolled to that target, you would have thought, maybe Bairstow didn't quite play the way Kane Williamson did, for example, because I spotted Bairstow just playing deliberately a little conservatively. Maybe he thought that was the way to play. But because it was a slightly risky approach, according to me, I'm going to not give him 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. I'm going to say 7 out of 10 to Bairstow.
Fair enough. Let's go to the Delhi Capitals now. And at the innings break, we thought they'd done the job with the ball. Kagiso Rabada once again among the wickets. How would you mark Rabada out of 10?
Well, it's not easy for fast bowlers to get as many wickets as the spinners do, but if the batsmen are looking to defend him. But this is a guy who bowled the second over and then bowled the 15th and the 18th and the 20th. And to then, in the end, return with figures like that is just a sign of class, greatness, temperament as well. So, again, this man has to get 10 out of 10.
Couple of wickets to Rabada, couple of wickets to Amit Mishra, and good ones too, David Warner and Manish Pandey. How would you mark Mishi out of 10?
Amit Mishra, today I saw a list of highest wicket takers. He's the second highest wicket taker in the IPL, Chawla being the third. So in a way, it's also telling us that to take wickets in IPL, you don't have to be supremely fit physically. If you've got the skills, like Mishi has, you get the job done. So Ashwin gone, but they haven't found a hole in the team thanks to Amit Mishra. For the guy who keeps doing it day in, day out, keeps it simple, keeps it traditional, I have to say 9 out of 10 to Amit Mishra.
Right, and our last player is going to be Rishabh Pant, who you thought while he's still in the crease, Delhi still have some chance, and he got a 28 of 27. How would you mark Pant out of 10 today, Sanjay?
See, Rishabh Pant is the kind of guy who I've seen play before come in and start hitting straight away. In fact, he does that in test matches. Today, I don't know, he took the onus on himself a bit too much and left it for a late flourish. But the late flourish meant that there was going to be Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Rashid Khan as well bowling. So he could have calculated that and maybe gone after the bowling a little earlier, considering the rest of the bowlers. So not one of Rishabh Pant's best efforts. Having said that, he's done this once before against Sunrisers Hyderabad in a run chase, in an eliminator. So you can't be too critical also of that approach. But because in the end it failed, you've got to take marks out. I would say 6 out of 10.
Right, Sanjay, thank you very much for
Thank
marking players from both Delhi and Hyderabad. That rounds up our basic first mark sheet of the match.
Basic First, specialized platform for JEE Main Advanced NEET and 6 to 12.